Alright everyone, welcome back to another F1 23 game news video, because today we're here for the launch video of F1 23. Now also, we've also got some game leaks. So I'm going to go through those first, because I'm also streaming this live on Twitch, so at the time that I'm speaking to you now, I have not seen the reveal trailer, but we have had some leaks from Insider Gaming as well. Confirmation we're getting the world's most unwanted feature, F1 World, encompasses all online aspects of the game. Also coming this year is a new car upgrade system that sees player earn parts to change their vehicle's attributes. So it looks like the R&D tree and R&D system is getting a complete overhaul. These upgrades, Insider Gaming sources say, can be earned through challenges. Please, I do not want to be earning these through driving a supercar by winning races. Well, it's a bit hard when you're in a Williams or a slow car. This weekend I think it was the Alpha. This weekend I think it's the AlphaTauri. A meeting with car conditions. Car performance in this mode will be labelled as tech points. As you play, there will be strategies and sponsors you can contract out in order to benefit your team. This is good, getting team personnel. This is what we've been wanting this for my team for years. Don't know what's going to happen with driver career mode. Hopefully there's going to be something. They've done something for driver career mode, otherwise it's going to be boring. As you race and complete challenges, you'll earn money, tech points and expertise. I presume expertise is part of the acclaim. Don't know. If you happen to get parts you don't want to use, you can salvage them for extra money or expertise. I think I can see what's going to happen here. It's going to be like Ultimate Team. Instead of unlocking a player, you like unlock a part. I'm not looking forward to that. With modes, it's been told Insider Gaming that Breaking Point is returned. We already know that because we've got. Come back to that in a moment. The narrative-driven story mode made its debut in F1 2021 before being removed. Well, it's technically the second because F1 2021 had EA Sports on it. Supercars, which made their debut, remain in the game. We don't want them. It's as simple as that. However, it doesn't appear there are any additions to the feature. Well, I'm not surprised because nobody played them. What won't return this year are classic cars, which is what people have been asking for, and classic tracks. For those that want customization to the look of their car, unfortunately, F1 23 won't include a livery customizer. But that said, the liveries this year are available, much more professional and realistic looking. Well, they keep saying that, but ultimately, livery customization, if you don't give us a livery customizer, it's just not worth it. But that's to be expected, the fact we're not going next gen, really. Already confirmed, because it's available to buy on Xbox One and PS4. On the circuit, players will notice an overhauled HUD and OSD presentation geared to more F1 TV broadcasts, because the likes of Dirk and the Creator Series have already been using a mod that's been available for the past couple of months to actually do that. Speaking of the circuits, Las Vegas appears it's been added. We already know that because of the coordinates they gave. Both Portimao and China also remain in the game files as of writing. That's interesting, so we could get DLC tracks of Portimao and China, nothing else. But remember the fact that from previous years where where they've all the other tracks are still there technically in the game files and haven't been used. So whether or not that actually comes, we'll have to wait and see. F1 23 introduces a new license system that reward drivers for clean driving as well as for playing with fewer assists. It's a more dynamic system that will adjust as you become more comfortable with the game. There's also a new boost feature, but we don't know what that is. And there's 2 betas, and I'm sure there's going to be, well, stuff's already been leaked, including the cover art. Apart from these leaks, the cover art's already been leaked as well. So yes. Yes, I'm sure there's going to be more leaks as we go through the 2 weekends there. This is what EA Sports, or I should say KONNERSPORT Racing Team, has decided, I've released yesterday at 4 o'clock PM, and I'll come back to the timestamp on that. Is very interesting. Effectively, a generic F1 car, because of course we've already seen this at the mod. Notice here, let me pause. I mean, that is an F1 car. 71. Now, it was Arrow who pointed out that the fact we've got 71 and 89. So 71 is Devon Butler, 89 Aiden Jackson. So that's, I would like to have seen the fact that, you know, with the journey on FIFA, you continue which team you already had joined. With it doesn't look like we're going to get that, but I could be wrong. You know, I mean, they had 2 years worth of game in the last one. We don't know what's going to happen as well. But notice this hashtag, be the last to break. I'm presuming that's the title of this part of the story. Whether or not there's like a third part coming to like finish it off, because that's what they did with the journey. Was they had 3 games. Yes, it was 3 games back to back as opposed to 3 games every other year. But that, I suppose that's the difference between how how Codemasters work with the developing the F1 game compared to EA themselves, who developed FIFA at the time. Also came at 4 o'clock yesterday was this F1 Manager 2023. Now, I don't know what exactly has gone on with that, whether or not it's they released this at the same time, exactly the same time. I've got, if you want proof of that, check out my Instagram. But basically, 4 o'clock yesterday, both this and that trailer that you just saw earlier, both got released at exactly the same time. Which is a little bit fishy. Maybe there's some insiders between Frontier and EA and Codemasters.
There's a huge amount of buzz in the paddock associated with KONNERSPORT.
The car will look great on the grid. Let's see how it performs on track.
In Devon Butler, they have one of the most exciting drivers of the modern era.
Competition is welcome. It's great to see another team on the grid.
Leclerc and Verstappen there. Of course, both of them are partnered with EA Codemasters, so it's to get them doing voiceover, and I hope they've done a few lines themselves for Breaking Point. That would be. Imagine if they had their own little lines there. The big man. This is huge for a content creator. This big man kept this very quiet, considering the fact that this is not live. This is just a video. As we already know, Devon Butler confirmed in this team, as the name already suggested. But will we get confirmation about his teammate? We'll have to look at this. If this is what it's like in game, that looks a lot better. You know, if they've redone the scans of all the faces, because they are not great scans of drivers, as we all know. If they've rescanned all the drivers and used proper technology invested in it, notice all the sponsors are fake. This is just the usual stuff. Butler Global. I presume there might be a Butler Global sticker that you can get as part of the podium pass for your own My Team and online races.
It's been hard work bringing them around to what I like to call the Devon Butler way of doing things, but we're mostly...
You mean taking people out?
Hey Dirk, how exciting is this?
So no Casper Ackerman. We've got this Tim Fellows bloke. Whether or not he gets... I presume he's going to be in-game. You can see all the fake sponsors there. Obviously, Pirelli, I mean, having that as an option hopefully means you can add that to your own My Team car. But look, you know, these are all fake sponsors. EA and Codemasters have put a lot of money into putting that there. Considering the fact they're paying for all of this because it's a fake team. That is last year. That is not the. I thought this potentially happen. I think what has happened here. You might recall when they first announced the F1 2022 regulations. They actually made an in real life car on the FOM Sashi, which then the EA went on and adopted this. So this is the 2022 FOM car in real life. Obviously, we've already seen pictures of that. Make sure you go and check that out on YouTube because I've already gone through that. But yellow and purple, yeah, it's not my cup of tea. I'm rarely on the front wing. Hope we can get that in real life. I'm hoping that a lot of the stuff that they've done here, you know, with the numbers, the liveries, I'm hoping this, you know, as they said earlier in that leak, that we've got improved well, not a livery editor, but improved professional looking liveries that we can then apply colours to. I'd love it if they had this one available as well, because it's a bit bland, I'm not going to lie. It's not nowhere near on the levels of likes of Ferrari and Mercedes, and also where's the massive amount of carbon fibre? If this was a real life livery, half of this would be full of carbon fibre, especially on the F1, especially in this year's regulation, but it will stand out compared to every other team.
What's Devon been like to manage?
Well, Devon is Devon. He's not everyone's cup of tea. He's highly opinionated. He's pretty ego-driven.
You mean what he's basically trying to be polite about is saying there he's a twat. Real begins 1st of May. So we're actually not getting a full-on reveal of the actual F1 game. It's still KONNERSPORT. Yeah, that's a little bit disappointing because it's just a livery. Yeah, I'm hoping that on May Day bank holiday on May the 1st that they have a proper reveal as well. But yeah, that's where I'm going to leave it for today's streaming video. If you have enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. See plenty more F1 23 game news. As I said, I'll be back on Monday with more as well. So until the next video then, I'll see you next time. Take care, enjoy your day, and goodbye.